Sorry about that. Time to resume the second video here. As I was saying, Chad's bench not looking too hot, but it is week one. I mean, Devontae Parker sitting there. It's a tough non-start there with the hamstring injury. He is a real, wide receiver one. He won a bunch of leagues for people last year. He was a great addition. He is a stud. Hopefully he can get that injury going. If not, hopefully Preston Williams, who I have on my bench, can get going. Going over to Leno sucks. Tom Brady, your boy Napo, not looking too hot. I wonder if he made the right decision, with a couple picks, one taking back to the house. He's got a bunch of weapons. Hopefully they can get it going. It is only week one, short preseason. Training camp was limited, so hopefully they can get it going. Will Fuller, he will get targets. He is the number one option in Houston now. If he can stay healthy, that'll be a great pickup, and he'll honestly ball moving forward if he can just stay healthy. Julian Edelman and James White in. That's two tough picks. With only 155 passing yards from Cam, it's kind of tough to see that New England passing game thrive or even succeed at all with 2 touchdowns on the ground and 75 rushing yards as well from Cam. But, the Pats are your boys. Let's see how they do. Saquon got bottled up hard against the Pittsburgh. What do you have? What I said earlier, 10 rushes for 6 yards, 15 for 6. Pretty close there, pretty close. Those 6 receptions for 60 saved his day by far. George Kittle, already kind of banged up, but Kareem Hunt, that is a promising look right there. Honestly, I think it was a game-dependent 30-6 down on Baltimore, so they were going to give him more touches. However, yeah, the Browns just are the Browns, honestly. Mike Evans on the bench, that's a tough start, even though he did play. Dak on the bench, Nikhil, Holy Patriots on your bench. Jalen Reagor is actually looking pretty good. That was his first game of his NFL career. He caught a nice deep ball against us, the footballers. But let's see how him and Wentz's connection going forward. Again, 2 bottom-of-the-barrel teams right here, but way to pull out a dub, Napa. Way to go. And for the last matchup, it would be my team versus Bonchon Soup Surprise in Leno. Mr. Allen is a G. He is the truth. He is legit. He's going to carry Buffalo to an AFC championship game this year. You heard it here first. Chris Godwin, Evans was hurt, and now he looks like he's getting into the concussion protocol. You'd like to see anything out of that Tampa Bay offense. They were predicted to be so strong, but it's tough to only see 13 points. That is still a lot, but PPR you got to manage in. Bourne over here, the San Francisco did not look good at all in the passing game. Their running game is going to take off, and that's what's going to carry them, but they do not look like the same San Francisco team as last year. Jerick McKinnon is there. That's your boy, but, any other start in your flex instead of Fournette gets you the dub. That's just really tough. Fournette, like I was saying on Pat's team, hopefully Ronald Jones just takes out with that. Fournette, he's a big body, maybe some goal line touches, but he's not as a dynamic runner as Jones or anyone else, honestly. Zeke is going to Zeke. He is a true running back one. Even though he's on the Cowboys, he is legit. He's a G. He's just too good. Mike Williams did look good with Tyrod. He was running well on his routes. He looked healthy. He was going up to get balls. He did sell out a bunch, put his body on the line, which is kind of, you got to keep an eye on that moving forward. He is a fragile type of receiver, lanky, skinny type of guy. So anything that could affect him moving forward is tough, but he did look good moving forward week one, I'm not going to lie. Tyler Higbee, he's going to have stronger performances moving forward. He had, 5 out of 6 games over 100 yards the last 6 games last year. So him and Goff are still working it out, but Sutton and Galladay hurt week one. That's tough. Your team is looking strong, It's just, tough week one matchup, tough injuries. But, see where we go from there. My team, Ryan Tannehill, Allen Robinson, he's legit. Him and Trubisky are looking good. Hopefully he can find the end zone here soon. He might be a Washington footballer. I think he stays in Chicago, honestly. But, that'd be a strong suit. Tough for my fantasy squad with McLaurin if he does come this way. But McLaurin and A.J. Brown, very subpar performances. I thought they were going to go out more. A.J. Brown, he got the light stolen from him by Corey Davis with over 100 yards receiving. Corey Davis hadn't done that since 2018, so I like to think it might be a fluke, and A.J. Brown would like to get things going with Tannehill moving forward. Josh Jacobs is an absolute monster. 3 touchdowns week 1. I got a lot of hate, not only in this league, but in other leagues for taking Josh Jacobs in the first round, and he is going to pay off. Josh Jacobs is an absolute stud and knows how to run the ball and where to run the ball. Nick Chubb, like I was saying with Napo's team, I mean, Kareem Hunt out-touched him for the first time since he joined the Cleveland Browns, which is a little bit disappointing. However, I do think that was a game-dependent feed Kareem Hunt the ball after a Nick Chubb fumble, but I think Nick Chubb does have that running back 1 spot, and we'll see where it goes from there. Darren Waller, he's going to match up well with Josh Jacobs. I mean, those are the 2 guys on that offense. I know they drafted Ruggs, but I really do like Waller as a dump-off guy moving forward. Tyler Boyd, 1,000+ receiving yards in the past 2 years. Not a strong week 1 performance. I mean, him and Burrow are going to get going, but Burrow did come out and say that Boyd is his favorite target on the Bengals. They had a really strong training camp. Even though A.J. Green is back and healthy, I do think Boyd and Burrow get things going, and hopefully we can get rolling here on my end. B. Cooks, I mean, when is he not concussed or something's wrong with him? Antonio Gibson, I hope he falls into more of a pass-catching, dump-off kind of guy instead of just trying to feed him through the tackles. I mean, which is not bad as a running back, but he is fragile and more of a wide receiver type of body. So, I mean, he did break out. He tripped over his own feet or his lineman, which could have gone to the house. But, I mean, typical Washington sports. Sterling Shepard, I really like. I think he's their best receiver, just natural route runner and receiver in general. Slayton did get, I think, 2 touchdowns, but I think Shepard and Jones will start to get going. Breida's trash. He'll get cut at some point. This is a good matchup between Lino and I. I barely snuck out with Ryan Tannehill, A.J. Brown, Monday night performance to get me the lead by 1 and a nice 1-0 start. I mean, could have gone either way, Lino, honestly. But that's a good game. All right, guys. Well, that ends the recaps for week 1. There it is for you one last time. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if there's any recommendation you guys make to make this better. I know this was kind of last minute and rushed, but just trying out new things. Hopefully we can get a good week 2 in here, and I'll catch you later, boys. Good stuff.